Oh, snap! It's time for another live Ask Big Van show with me, your host, Big Van, social media producer Mazzani. Sage is no longer with us, and neither is Shay. We got Ryan and Nick today. What do you say? Sounds like we're gonna play. Don't forget to share. Hey, hey, hey! When you do, we see you and we move your questions and comments to the top. All right, let's get this party started on this live episode of the Ask Big Van show. What's up, everybody? Welcome to this episode of the Ask Big Van show. This is test show number 2. I know it's the middle of the day on a Friday. We're supposed to be filming on Tuesday evenings, but this is a test show. So we're working on our system. The live test show that we did Tuesday night, our technology failed us. It didn't even record properly, so that's why we're working some kinks out here in the middle of the week before we go live this upcoming Tuesday on a regular live Ask Big Van show. But we want to get it all worked out, all the kinks worked out, so that we can give you a great episode this Tuesday night. So I know you're at work. Don't worry about it. If you can't watch it, catch us later on the rerun. You don't even have to watch this. This is just a test show so we can work out the kinks in all of our software, that kind of stuff. But anyhow, if you do watch us, and you are watching now, you'd like to ask some questions or make some comments about the show or our guests, any of that stuff, feel free to put it in the comments below. And when you do, it'll come to our social media producer, who's always with us, the lovely Mazzani Speaks. What's up, Mazzani?
Hi, how are you guys doing today?
That was awesome. As you know, Mazzani normally is less than enthralled with all of the excitement. So she gets there. Don't you get there, you think?
Yeah, I don't like when it's forced. You could tell.
Yeah,
you have to let
that was
kind of
forced.
build
Did
up
y'all
to
think?
it.
Did y'all think that was forced at home? I think it was a little bit forced. But also we got producer Ryan, who's taking Sage's place. Look at that, man. Good-looking young fella in there. Got his producer room. You can't tell if he's producing a live TV show or if he's producing a music album. It doesn't matter. He's the producer.
Doesn't matter.
Whatever.
A hot mixtape.
Dropping it all.
Yeah.
So in the way back in the control room, you can't see him or hear him, but he's there. You see his effects of him. Nicholas on cameras. He's switching them like a gangster. Switching like my mama used to switch when I was a little kid with him. Sycamore limbs, switching the backs of my legs. You know what I'm talking about.
It
So.
shouldn't have been that bad if you know the name of the tree. Who says sycamore? That's like calling Kool-Aid cherry.
Hey, man, you remember sycamore limbs when your mama chasing you through the yard. You know. All right, we got a special guest in house today. I'm supposed to say tonight because we would be filming it on Tuesday night. But with us is Kenny Payne in the house.
What's happening?
What do you say, Kenny Payne? Hey, give me the overview studio view, and I'll be like, Kenny Payne.
You make me feel uncomfortable with an introduction like that.
What's up, Kenny Payne?
What's happening?
For y'all that don't know Kenny Payne is one of my oldest friends. Been around, hanging around like a Klingon from Star Wars, or another Klingon. Nick, you're going to have to grab this guy's face sometimes. He makes some gangster smiles.
Yeah.
But Kenny's been around for a long time. I like Kenny. Works with me. Works with our Fat Ox company. And good guy. But we're going to we'll work him over here on this show. See what he thinks. But as you know, if you watched the show before, post your questions. We will go throughout the show and answer the questions, talk about it, deliberate about it, solve the world problems, and all that stuff. And you know, if we could get the world leaders watching this show, then it would solve all their problems. Mazzani, what do you think? We're
ready to go.
We're ready to go with one.
Mm-hmm. Let's get her started.
Let's see what we got for the first one here.
So this one right here. This one right here.
Nice. Look at that, y'all.
It's going to be from Jeffrey Turner. He wants to know, why do you think the book of Enoch was not used in the Bible when it explains a lot of things? Some examples would be giants, a.k.a. Cyclops.
Oh, wow. The Bible talks about Cyclopses?
Can
He's saying the book of Enoch. I'm sorry.
Satyrs. Not sure how to spell that, but they are half human, half goat. And other animals,
That was bad.
thank you. And other animals from Greek mythology are explained in that book.
Well, let me say something, housekeeping. Nicholas, if you can pull yourself away for a second, can you turn the air conditioner back on? Like, I just realized how sweaty my hands are. I think Mazzani was cold this morning in our studio, back in the office annex part of it, and now the AC is off, evidently. Maybe set it on 70 instead of like 95, like the women
It's
in this
not
office
on
keep it.
95. It's probably on 70.
Well, I just want, I mean, the main
Oh,
thing
don't
is
put
I
it on
don't want
70.
Kenny have to take his boggin off here when he starts sweating and getting hot. So, you know.
What does that have to do with anything?
Nothing. All right. Good question. That's a good question. Don't you think that's a good question?
Yes, we can take it off the screen now.
Yeah. So, why is the Book of Enoch not included in the Bible? Essentially, right? When it has some historical function.
Oh, so you're already talking to
Already talking to. No, I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. I mean, the Bible. We talked about this the other day in the office. The Bible is, it's a collection of books that were put together, by the early church, the foundational church. And at that time when, all these other books are out there, there's also books written by like Thomas and different people like that. And the people in the Bible that put the Bible together, they decided these were the ones that were inspired. They felt like were inspired by God. Maybe they knew things at the time also about the writers and whatever, and that we don't know. So they assembled that as the books of the Bible way back thousands of years ago. And since then till now, that's been established as inspired by God. Those books, that collection of the books that are in the Bible are what's deemed as inspired by God. And maybe these other ones have good historical facts, but are not what they would have considered inspired by God. Does that make sense? What do you think about that, Mazzani?
I mean, I don't agree.
Oh, you don't agree?
No. I think that people like to pick and choose what they want to learn and what they want to be about. I think that the opportunity should be presented to every person individually if they want to read it or not. And so why would they remove the Book of Enoch? Just go ahead and leave it and let somebody else decide. And then another thing I would like to say is I'd like to ask you another question.
Well, let me address that. Keep in mind, the Bible is not a history book. The Bible isn't just there to document the history of the world. It's to document these particular God-inspired relationships with certain men who wrote these books, right? So
Like Enoch.
Well, the people who put together what we call the Bible didn't feel like Enoch's work was inspired.
People.
The people. Oh, she's going to the man.
No, I'm just saying, you keep saying the people. You didn't say God put that together.
Yeah, well, the people that put together the Bible felt like that was God inspired them to put the Bible together that we read now.
They failed.
Well, yeah, it starts with somebody.
Right. I just disagree with that. I feel like
Okay.
all literature should be accepted as a whole.
All literature should be accepted as God inspired.
No. All literature should be accepted as a whole. I should be able to decide whether or not. They got to decide, why don't I?
Yeah, you do. You do have that right to decide. Just read the Book of Enoch.
Yeah, but think about this. What if if we weren't aware, if they were able to remove that and smudge it out? Like if there was a way for them to have not placed, because they didn't put this in the Bible, the Book of Enoch was forever lost, and we never had that opportunity. It's got to be some reason why the book is still brought up so much now and why people are still interested in reading it, because there's got to be some merit there, some reason for that, to me. Do you know where the Book of Enoch was, where it came from before it was actually translated into English?
No.
You don't?
Do you know?
Ethiopia. What a coincidence.
What does that mean?
Racism.
Racism.
They didn't put it in there because it's a bunch of Negroes. They got it from a Negro village. We don't want to.
Enoch wasn't.
Yes, but they retrieved the book and then translated it. It came from Ethiopia.
And they found it. And so I'm now understanding Mazzani's feeling towards why Enoch's put in there. Not put in there. Kenny Payne, our new guest, what do you think about this? What are your thoughts on the Book of Enoch? You're awfully quiet over there.
I mean, I honestly don't
unusually quiet for a conversation.
I don't have any opinion on that. I've never read it. I don't really read the Bible, so I don't really care.
Fair enough. Fair enough. That's a good, fair statement.
I mean, that's just truth. When it comes to the book, Bible, Enoch, whatever, your relationship is based on Jesus. That's it. It doesn't matter what that book is, what you have read, what you haven't read. you know, it's based on your own personal relationship. So that's
Well,
that's
I
why
mean,
don't really
it
care.
is. It is to a point, because like what you learn who Jesus is and who the person of Jesus is and his behaviors and his things like that, you can learn that from the Bible.
I
You
agree
know
with
what I mean?
that, but what I mean by that is it's more or less bickering over a book, whether or not it should have been in the Bible. To me, it's kind of pointless. You know, there's so much in this world that we can't control, so why get all up in arms about something that's not in the Bible and for whatever reason it came out?
Yeah, yeah, Mazzani. Why are you getting all up in arms about that?
I mean,
Gosh.
because you could research the book on Google and still find it and still read it and get whatever you feel like God was trying to tell you out of it or recollect.
I just find it funny that whenever I have an opinion on a book being removed, or anything of that nature, like somebody removing something or getting rid of something, oh, but you could just go do this. But as soon as a conservative mind has an issue with something being removed, like religion in schools, we got a problem. Well, you can read the Bible at home,
That's true. I don't disagree with that.
Van.
I'm talking to you. I mean, I'm looking at you. You're looking at the side of my face, but you're supposed to be looking at the monitor over there. That way, whenever they put us on split screen, we're looking at the cameras. Because, like, otherwise, I have to do like that the whole time whenever I talk to you. Or I could do that if Nick puts me on that camera. Hey, does it look like I'm looking at the camera right now, even though I'm looking to the side at Mazzani?
No,
not
it looks
really.
like you're looking at Mazzani.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But it doesn't look as bad as if I was looking off like that.
It doesn't
later.
look terrible.
Yeah, so I could be like, hey, everybody. And then I could be like, Mazzani, what are you talking about?
I mean, I do understand what you're saying, though, Mazzani, as far as, you know. But on flip side of that, there's that argument for both sides, liberal and conservative. So whenever you're doing something that a liberal doesn't like, well, they do.
We blackball you and cancel you.
Exactly, and protest in the streets and
Cancel
all
you.
that crap. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, it's a double-edged sword, so you can't be lenient to one thing and not the other.
Exactly. So why can't we all just say jointly, let's put the book back?
I
Yeah,
am
but-
that neutral guy that don't care if that book ever makes it back into the
And
Bible.
but the thing is, what's crazy is I do care about the Bible being not taught in school. I feel like that's just as much a part of history as everything else. You get what I'm saying? So I am probably, and I know you guys disagree, I'm probably more on the liberal side than I am on the conservative side. And I still agree with that. And that's why I don't think that it's fair that, that I feel that way and how, conservatives feel like that way as well. But then I can't seem to get anybody to feel like we should be given the opportunity to read the Book of Enoch. I think books should be added back. I just disagree with that. I feel like that's
Well,
backwards.
can I address that? Like, let's say that there's where does it end? What books we put in the Bible then, if that's the case? Like, what if we got, here's a great example. What if there was a book written by Jim Baker? Do you know who that is?
No.
Do you remember Jim and Tammy Faye Baker from the 80s? There was a big, huge scandal. He was a big-time TV.
But we're talking about ancient history.
I'm still talking
To
about
me-
human beings.
Right, but the Bible to me is a history book. To you, it's a teaching, and I understand that. But how do you get taught through history? So I'm looking for ancient scrolls. I'm talking about like all those scrolls that were found. Those should be a part of the Bible. I think they should have one. I don't mind having different forms. Like you have your Orthodox, you have your your New Age, your NIV, all those. That's fine. I do think that there should be a master Bible, though, that holds all of the archived history that we have that we believe to be a part of that time period. And the cutoff should be the time period from a certain time to a certain time. Why would we put New Age stuff in it? It just happened. That's for our history books. It's not for that one.
Did it stop streaming?
Stopped recording.
Okay, so
I got a message that the drive, something happened to the drive. It got
Okay.
externally altered.
My belief that we are still streaming
We are.
because I'm
Yeah.
watching it.
yeah. So for those that are watching at home, remember this is a test show for this reason, to check out all of our technology and hardware and software and all of our equipment and all that stuff. And evidently, producer Ryan in the producer room, said our external hard drive has stopped recording. Now, so there must be some kind of a 30. Is that 30? How far in are we?
I don't know. It had disappeared. We were like 15, 20 minutes maybe. But
Okay.
yeah,
Okay, so
I don't know.
yeah, so we got a we definitely got an issue with that. Well,
It seems like we have a problem when we stream because when we just recorded it that other day, it recorded for that full.
yeah, that's
That
true. If it did record properly. All right. Okay. Well, do you want to hit it again and see if it picks up,
There,
or do you want to put it in a
I
different
get
folder?
I get a vmix error, and then like I go
Let's
to
see Ryan, Nicholas. There he is.
I get a vmix error, and it says the volume for a file has been externally altered so that the open file is no longer valid. And I hit close, and I go to press record again because the timer at the bottom is 0. But then it asks me if I want to stop recording. And if I stop recording, I feel like it's just gonna be corrupted like it was last time.
Oh, okay. So did it kick back on and said it's still recording, or
No, I mean,
vMix says it's done recording?
yeah, it says it's done recording, but then when I go to press like stop recording, it asks me if I want to stop recording, and then this vmix error keeps popping up every time I hit close.
Okay. Well, why don't you hit stop recording
Okay.
and then see if you can create a new folder called vMix Test Show 2B, and then hit record again. Let's see if we can figure this thing out.
Okay.
We'll check all that after we're done, and then. But that's good. I mean, I think it probably has some kind of it's either the hard drive or it's a setting in vMix. But we've never had that problem before in any of other, like all of season 1. What we do, like 27, 28 episodes in season 1.
Yeah, 26, I think.
So we never had that problem before. I think that it's probably either the external hard drive. What we should do is
It keeps, even though it's stopped recording, it keeps giving me the same error,
okay.
and it says we're still recording at the
Harvey
top.
said it seems like the volume's low.
For who, Harvey? Oh, Harvey's watching? Nice. Hey, Harvey. So, for whose volume? For mine, for everybody's, or for just when Ryan talks? Mr. Harvey, let us know. Let us know how it go.
Nope. Nope.
Oh no!
Let us know
He
down
said-
below.
He said everyone.
Please do not sing anymore or try to.
Okay,
flow.
it could be Harvey. Is
Really
the
nobody caught
hey
that?
Harvey? Thank you for helping us. This is a big help, by the way. Is the volume set on your phone? Like if you play another, YouTube video or something like that, would we be equivalent, or is your phone volume just down right now? Like if you come off, like turn up something else. Does that make sense for what I'm asking? Because we could crank the volume of what we send out. Speaking of which, Ryan, do you see what's the volume, the master volume that we're sending out? Is it green? Is it clipping? Or is it staying about halfway or below halfway?
What he's trying to ask Harvey is if you listen to Gangsta's
Staying
Paradise
halfway.
on YouTube.
It's staying at around halfway.
Is it
Okay,
gonna sound
then
the
crank
same?
it up to about where it clips at about 3/4 of the way up.
It's full volume.
Okay, and it's staying at halfway. All right, then go over to the mic input on the far right. You see for the microphone board, and you can pull that volume up a little bit, and that should bring your main volume up
Other shows are
a
louder.
little bit. He said other shows are louder.
Yeah.
Huh. Well, that's why we're doing this. Figure that stuff out. But why not? What you working on right now, Ryan?
I just turned the mics up from the board.
Nicholas, does the mic sound like they're feeding back, or they're fuzzy, or getting clipping too loud?
No, sounds good. to
Okay,
me.
then we may need you to bump the master volume, which would be the headphones knob, not the sliders, but the knob up towards the top. Maybe bump that just a click up so that what you're sending from the board to Ryan.
The red one.
No, the main one that says headphones, the headphones knob volume. That's what's sending the master volume from the board over to Ryan's vMix.
Okay, I turned it up.
Okay, Ryan, what's your master volume look like now? Is it coming up about 3/4?
Yes.
Okay, and Harvey, how's that sounding? Is that sounding any better out there? Let us know.
Yeah, he said sounds better now about a minute ago.
Okay, good deal. Thanks, Harvey. Look at there. We're going to have to put Harvey in the crew credits. The crew credits. All right. Well, we'll let Ryan work on the recording.
It won't let me stop recording,
Okay.
but I know it's going to be corrupted because I keep getting an error message.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we'll have to work on that. Okay, well, that's good to know. That's real good to know. All right, well then let's do one more question just to work out any other kinks that we've got. Maybe a couple more questions, and then we'll probably kill the feed.
Kill it.
Just so you know, Harvey, we'll probably kill the feed so that we can reset vMix, and we might go live again here in just a little bit.
I got a meeting at 1:30.
Well, then we'll go live here without Kenny. What time is it?
1.
Yeah, we'll probably go without Kenny here in a minute. Let's have another question that Kenny cares about. Ask.
Ooh, ask the one from Sage.
There's
I
not
put it
many
in the
that I
queue.
care about.
There's nothing that he cares about.
My broski said, does Kenny buff his head with special products, or does it naturally shine bright like a diamond?
Well, it's pretty natural.
Yeah.
I don't buff anything.
No buffing.
He is a buff baby.
When did Kenny ask that? When did Sage ask that question? Just now?
Yeah.
A little bit ago.
Get to work. Sage is. Oh my gosh.
What's he doing home?
He's not at home. He's probably on his phone up in.
Oh, where's he
Some-
working at now?
He's on a commercial.
My question is
HVAC
manager
company.
watching the show as well?
Yeah, it's like, Sage, you're incriminating yourself by posting questions to a live broadcast. in the
We
middle.
appreciate the support. We really do.
Hey, everybody, if you don't know, that's my son, Sage. He's an awesome individual. I actually had a dream last night about good old Sage and having a big old bear hug from my boy. I like that guy. Love you, buddy. Thanks for commenting. I'm sure Kenny appreciates it.
I would wish that you would think of something a little more clever. However,
One
it
more
is the card we
question.
were
That's
dealt.
that's a topic we can discuss, Mazzani. That's lighthearted there. What you got?
Okay. I got one for you. What is that?
I don't know. Is that a video playing?
That was some feedback.
That was me. I'm sorry.
Oh.
Oh,
Trying to respond to comments.
Ah! Okay, so this one is from John Williamson. He wants to know if you had the opportunity to be invisible or have inflatable strength. I'm just-
infinite, inflatable strength.
infinite strength. Which would you choose?
Yeah, that's funny. Oh man, that's a good question. Invisible or infinite strength? I think infinite strength.
See, I'm not that conceited. I want to be invisible.
Yeah, there's definitely values to being invisible, though. I would say.
It's just easier to be left alone.
Well, I mean, I'd like to be invisible too, though. You know, just like walk right in the bank. You know, get whatever I
Yeah, no,
want.
I
and
see. My mind don't even go that.
walk
that route.
right. You know, into the office. You know, people talking about you. You can just walk up, and then uncloak, get uninvisible.
Now, you got to be careful uncloaking around people now.
Yeah, I mean that's jail time.
Not like take your cloak off. I mean, like
Yeah, I,
I
think
mean,
I
like,
would go invisible. I wouldn't
be
I
like
wouldn't do much anything
uninvisible.
else. Strength is not a problem.
oh, this camera right here. Go back to that overhead shot. Yeah, that's blown out.
My coffee's
Can you
empty.
adjust that, Ryan?
Yes.
Because it looks bad. You need to adjust the what? Oh, look, it's already looking better.
I would not
Yeah.
want either.
Not either. You're just gonna turn it down, so you don't have to use
If
it.
I have to have it, I guess I would pick strength. I pick strength, but I wouldn't want one because for one, if I'm invisible, I'm gonna be. If I'm invisible, I'm gonna be a goon, and I just don't know how else to put it. Like I'm gonna be out here robbing people and doing devious things. That devious licks trend all over it. I'm just being real because I mean, what can stop me?
yeah.
You know,
Super strength.
and then
Boom.
and if I have super strength, too, I could just like let's be real. You gonna put me in prison? Like,
No.
You know what I'm
don't have
saying?
super strength. You have invisibility.
no, I'm saying like I can't pick. That's why I pick neither. Because either way, I'm getting into some trouble. But if I do pick strength, it would be good because my baby getting heavier every day.
Yeah.
And I would just love to just like arm wrestle people at the club, like they think I can't, like big old dudes, and bet money.
Yeah. Like the super strength, I think would become more valuable to have. I think because like if you're going to be, let's say if you're malicious and you're invisible and you're going to go into a bank vault and nobody can see you, it's like, I mean, either way, if you're malicious, you can use both these superpowers for your gain. Like if you had super strength, you could just break in, just like rip the bars right off the jail.
Let me ask you now, with the super strength, does age make a difference? Because
No, it's infinite.
that doesn't matter. That doesn't mean that your joints don't get old.
Yeah, your joints are...
You could be super strong and not bend your arm.
No. This is a... I will not accept the super strength without... The infinite super strength with any limitations. It's infinite. There's no limitations. So your joints aren't limiting you.
So you're going to live forever?
Basically,
Because
because if you don't,
your heart will be infinite super strength in your heart.
your whole body has to be infinite. Really?
Yeah.
I'm not.
Yeah, so you're going to your heart will never be weak, so you'll never die.
Yeah, I'd rather be
Shallow.
invisible.
I guess you could get shot though. Could you get killed? That's a good question.
If you're super strong, your body's probably like made of something.
Bam!
Like
Like the bullet's coming into your chest, but you're just like your chest muscles are like bam, and it's just like popping that bullet off.
it's like David Hasselhoff on SpongeBob.
Yeah, it's not quite like Superman. It isn't Superman of steel. It's just like your infinite super strength.
Yeah, no.
So, but not infinite speed. So you couldn't like dodge the bullets. You wouldn't be able to dodge the
your muscles
bullets.
are impeccable.
But you could stop the bullets. Wouldn't you be able to stop the bullets? Yeah, infinite strength means even the fibers of your muscles are infinite strength. So it's
when
like
we're
it's like
talking-
steel, but it's better than steel actually.
When we're talking, do I look at you or do I look at the camera?
When we're talking bantering back and forth, you look at me, and then
Okay.
put it on split screen, Nick, because now like when we do a split screen, it'll be like that, bam. So
Right,
like
okay.
we're facing each other, or we could talk like this.
It
You
looks
could,
weird
And I-
talking to you in that camera.
yeah. What do you guys at home think you like better? You like us when we're looking at the camera, looking at the monitor and talking to each other, like even with Kenny and I right here, or when we turn to look at each other and we're talking about something? Do you like this better, or do you like this better?
I personally like the interaction.
Yeah, I think this is better, and then the cameras are just capturing what we're doing, right?
Yeah.
But if I'm answering a question to a
person.
yeah, I would look like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's good. All right, hey guys, listen. Thank you for tuning in to our test show. We're gonna kill it here and figure out what's going on with all of our software, what we can do to fix it. You know, we've just got some issues. This is just test shows. Looking forward to season 2 of the Ask Big Van show. We also have 2 other shows we're doing out of this studio. We'll start promoting those as we get those closer. That'll probably be happening within a couple of weeks. But the Ask Big Van show, we're hoping we got all these kinks fixed and worked out before Tuesday night, this Tuesday night, which if we do, it will be episode 1 of season 2 of the Ask Big Van show. And then we'll start killing it and having guests on the show. If you want to be on the show, let us know. And then we'll rhyme and flow.
No.
Kenny wasn't down with that.
No.
All right. Anyways,
You got to get better with that.
get better with what?
You should have a couple of scripts underneath your desk.
Hey, has anybody looked at the coronavirus episode? Do you know we reached 13,000 people?
Yeah.
Why don't you tell me? We have 1,563 comments.
Listen,
engagements.
That's what I'm saying. That was the last show of the last season. And so that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm excited. When we start season 2 and we start promoting it, we didn't promote that show. So we start promoting season 2. I mean, we'll have millions of viewers every night. Millions. Hundreds of millions.
No need for a real job now.
All right, guys, listen. Thank you for tuning in to the Ask Big Van show. Hey, real quick, since we're testing technology, are your headphones
Yes.
coming in and out?
Yeah.
Okay. I think that has to do with something.
I
here.
don't know if that's when we turned it up.
No, it's got something to do with these
something with
wires
that
over
box
here.
over there.
Yeah,
Because it just...
yeah, it's got something to do with this box. We'll fix that. All right. Anyhow, yeah. Thanks for tuning in to Ask Big Van Show test show number 2. And we might go live a couple more times before. We're definitely going live Monday morning again if we can get this stuff worked out. And then we might even go live again before Tuesday night. But for sure, we're going to be hammering it on Tuesday night at 7 o'clock. Love you guys. Thanks for watching. If you're one of my kids or my grandkids, I love y'all. Bye-bye.
Screw everybody else.
All right. Go to the if you want to be on the show screen. Remember
Oh.
before you